Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're discussing CM Punk's legacy after AEW. Did he hurt his legacy, bro? Did he hurt his legacy? Pretty much since he left AEW and since Nick Khan pretty much said no thank you, it's time to discuss, did CM Punk hurt his legacy in AEW? Not in terms of backstage, just in ring. Let's start off with his first feud, and I put feud in quotation marks because this wasn't really a feud at all. We had CM Punk and Darby Allin. To be honest with you, he didn't really feud with Darby. This was more so, CM Punk is back. Yeah, man. Darby was like, I want to fight CM Punk. And CM Punk was like, okay, kid. And then he fought Darby in a pretty good match. Not going to hold you. Shows that CM Punk still got it. But, Darby should have won. No cap. But CM Punk wins. Giving this match like a solid 7 out of 10. But the actual feud was like a 4. It didn't really have a feud going on. Next up, we have his other feud for Full Gear. We had Eddie Kingston and Punk. Now, I'm not covering all the matches. I'm just covering the feuds he had. Because I'm not watching CM Punk and Bobby Fish, bro. Or CM Punk versus Dax. I'm not watching that bullshit. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston's feud was pretty much Eddie Kingston going up to CM Punk and saying, nobody likes you. Nobody does. And nobody wants you here. I don't know how aged well those comments went. But the match itself was pretty good. A lot of people still consider it CM Punk's best match. I don't think it's his best match. Not gonna hold you. But Eddie Kingston lost. CM Punk wins. I actually would give the match itself a 9 out of 10. And the feud itself like an 8 out of 10. It was a really good feud. I really like this feud. Then we have his most iconic feud, MJF and CM Punk. I don't even think I have to talk about this. MJF grew up idolizing CM Punk. Just to tell him that you're not my hero no more, chump. And of course, this was a really good feud. It led to MJF and Wardlow, and that did not help anybody at all. Really led nowhere. And CM Punk won after he lost the first match. He won in the dog collar match, and that was really good. This is a whole 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 match. The feud. Amazing. Next up, we have when he went for the AEW World Championship against Hangman Adam Page. And I was always against this feud. Alright, look. I know nowadays it's easy to say, this feud started all the problems. But even back then, I was like, CM Punk doesn't need the title. He doesn't need the title. He is the attraction. The title should make someone else be the attraction. If you're already a special attraction, you shouldn't have a title. That's why I'm going to say here, I don't think people like Brock Lesnar should have a title. I don't think CM Punk should have a title. They are the attraction. People watch for them. They don't watch because they're a champ. They're watching it because it's CM Punk or Brock Lesnar. But this feud was pretty mid. I'm not going to lie. Just let the Hangman sound like a bitch. Like, I like Hangman more than CM Punk. And it just made him sound like a bitch. Like, I don't want you here, man. Like get out of here. Like, no, bro. Like, talking about I'm protecting AEW from you. And then he lost. Like, come on, bro. Like, why you lose? How did you? Like, you can't say all that and lose, bro. CM Punk became AEW World Champion. Got injured the next match. And then he came back with feud of Moxley. And I don't like this feud at all. It was just shitty. Moxley won the first match to become the first ever 2-time AEW champion. And then CM Punk wins the rematch. Gets back. He becomes a better man. And then he won, and then he decides to start the brawl out and get injured. But then we had his return to Collision, his very short run. He started off feuding with Ricky Starks in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. And honestly, Ricky wins the first match, and CM Punk wins he unveiled the Real World Championship. Ricky challenged him for it, and Punk wins this match. Honestly, I don't think this was like a real filler feud, to be honest. It gave Ricky some exposure, I guess. Then we had his final feud, The Last Dance, against Samoa Joe. And this feud was also happening in the same time with the Owen Cup tournament bullshit. And Samoa Joe pretty much didn't like the fact that CM Punk beat him. He was so pressed about this one loss that he just attacked Punk. And I think that was the last match ever announced for All In. The fucking CM Punk match. Pretty funny. Good match though. I think it was a pretty good match. I liked it. And that's CM Punk and AEW. The Samoa Joe stuff, I'll keep it real with you. That was pretty solid way to go out. The Ricky and Mox and Hangman shit though, that was ass. Like, the Ricky thing is kind of passable, but man, like the Hangman shit was like a 5. Like, did it affect his legacy though? I think with the MJF feud and Eddie Kingston feud alone, he increased his legacy. I feel like CM Punk added on to his legacy. So if I had to rank his run in terms of in-ring and just all stuff that we saw, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It was a great run. I liked it. And see you next time. Next time, hopefully, I'm saying hopefully, I'm going to cover Chris Jericho's run. Very short run in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So if you're interested in that, subscribe. See you next time. 'Cause every night